Hello, welcome back to Water. My name is Beast, and guess who fucking started the recording way too goddamn late again? It's this guy. Yeah, it is 11:30 p.m. and I have to wake up at 9 tomorrow morning. So 10:30, I mean. 10:30. 10:30, 10:30. God fucking damn it. But yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be recording for too long again because I'm terrible when it comes to, taking care of my goddamn schedule. I got very distracted. I don't know why, but I started reading Engage the Unknown, the manga. I've watched the anime for it quite a long time. Y'all know the fucking anime, yes, I hate Sundays. Anyways, you know the fucking thing. I'm not gonna do the dance if that's what you want to do, because quite frankly, if that's what you want to do, you're probably the only person here that wants to see that. And just for you, I'm not like putting everyone else through it just for you. Like that would be that could land me in jail for committing a war crime, namely psychological combat, terrorism, more like. Like it's the same thing, like as if you would permanently force your enemies whenever they aren't in the middle of a fight to listen to like Justin Bieber or something. Like, no, you wouldn't wish that upon your worst enemies. That's a war crime. Anyways, go ahead and repeat yourself, please. When I woke from a dream on that day many years ago, I met a sorceress.
私はシンク、二階堂シンク。お前の願いを聞かせてほしい。
I was in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar body. This translucent girl had materialized from the single item that was lying in this room, a book. Yes, she came from within its pages.
お前が私の願いを叶えるために力を貸してくれるなら、そのために必要な力をお前に貸そう。
I opened her book and perused over the large bodies of text contained therein. It was an odd, mysterious book which gave a valid, detailed account of the life of a girl by the name of Nikaido Shinku. However, it was a poorly written, incomplete story. It lacked both a beginning and an end.
さあ少年、教えてくれ。お前は私に何を望む？
Whenever I would turn a page and read further, I could feel her memories flowing into my mind and playing like the film of a movie.
お前の願いは一体何だ？
Could you press me for an answer to that one single question? I closed her books and finished reading, and then shut my eyelids as well. What I saw was white, a blinding white. The mind of this person, myself, was a blank.
まずは自己紹介から始めよう。私はシンク。二階堂シンク。私はお前の願いを叶えるために。お前は私の願いを叶えるために。ここにある。
My name is. I informed her of the one memory that seemed to be stored within me. The name I believed to be mine. Yuma.
そうか。了解、ユーマ。これから私たちはずっと一緒だ。
That was how our story began. Minamikana does not cry. Smile on me. What the fuck does that even mean? Smile on me.
おはようございます、ユーマさん。
It's morning. As I'm passing by the front gate of Arashiyama on my commute to school, I catch a glimpse of who else but the girl from yesterday.
これから学校ですか?
He'd been assiduously sweeping the grounds in front of the building with an old bamboo broom before she spotted me. I ended up staring at her silently without really meaning to. The events from yesterday come back to me. The girl who fell from the sky, her identity is shrouded in mystery, but for some reason she knows me.
どうかしましたか? 何かついてるでしょうか? 私の顔に.
No, your face is fine. I'm just a little unsure how to interact with her.
ユーマさん?
So I was just wondering if you'd taken a liking to that outfit.
はい、とてもとてもお気に入りです。綺麗で可愛くて、見た目よりもずーっと涼しくて、着心地がいいんです。
Great. Glad to hear that.
それに、この服を着ていると、なんだかちょっと自分が仕事のできる女になったような、そんな気がしてくるんです。全くの気のせいだって分かってますけど。
She smiles bashfully.
それに、今はこの服以外に着替えがありませんので。
Yeah, come to think of it. Frown questioningly at the girl's odd giggling. What's the matter?
本当のところを言うと、この時間にユーマさんがここを通るからと夏目さんに教えてもらったので待っていたんです。
And you did some sweeping while you waited?
はい、そうです。お掃除をしながらユーマさんとこうしてお話できるかなって思って。
Wanted to talk to me about something?
はい、そうなんです。お話です。
I eyed the girl standing before me. Okay. You can tell I'm still a bit wary of this odd girl who I still know next to nothing about. Because of certain decisions made yesterday that were out of my control, it seems like I'm going to be seeing her quite regularly.
それは助けたのを後悔していると。そういうことなのか?
Not exactly. They're two completely different matters.
何がですか?
She stares at me blankly. Sorry, just talking to myself. So what's up? You said you wanted to tell me something?
あ、はい。お弁当をですね、作ったんです、私。
You made lunch for me.
はい、ユーマさんにお弁当です。
Beaming from ear to ear, she reaches into what appears to be an eco bag dangling from her arm and takes out a box.
私、ユーマさんの好きな食べ物とかは知らないですけど。
She's gonna have to eat double the fucking amount now, or throw one of them out.
あ、もちろん、そういうのは今から知っていくつもりですよ。できるだけあなたのお役に立ちたいって思いますし。ともかく、お弁当作ったんです。お口に合うかどうかわかりませんが。
The box she's holding is somewhat small and wrapped in a blue cloth.
だけど、一生懸命作りました。それは、そこのところは本当なんです。
Something tells me Mio won't be happy about this. Actually, now I'm fucking curious about something. Did they overlook something? No, she's still nameless. She feels somewhat embarrassed about it all.
お昼に食べてくれたら、私、嬉しいんです。
Lunch for me. This quite unexpected turn of events has me staggering a bit. I stare fixedly at the bundle.
Seeing
that, she starts fidgeting.
私、何か間違えましたでしょうか?
Sorry, I don't need it.
どうしてですか?
Almost spontaneously, tears begin to well up in her eyes. Oh no, this! Suzu taught me to never accept food from strangers. I can't take it.
あなたは小学生ですか?
Look, it just feels weird receiving this all of a sudden.
それに、私は知らない人ではないでしょ?
We kinda are? I mean, I don't even know your name.
名前? あ、そうですよね。ユーマさんは私のこと覚えていないんですよね。
Simply can't respond after seeing that somber expression on her face.
それでは自己紹介を。
She slightly lifts the cuff of her skirt part of her outfit and does a little twirl for me.
私は南かなと申します。どうぞよしなに。
Oh, so the chapter name did spoil her name. It's not updated yet. Hold on, maybe the next line. At which she bows. So Minamikana is your name. Is it updated now? Nope, still not updated.
はい、全くの偽名ですが。
Now it should be updated though. There we go. All the trust you managed to build with me over the past few days, over the past day, disappears in that single instant. The girl, Minamikana, that is, then clears her throat in an exaggerated manner.
そういうわけで、ここで私、宣言させていただきます。
Declaration of what?
はい、私、南かなは本日より、いいえ、昨晩より、ユーマさん、あなた様専属のメイドとして、身の回りのお世話をさせていただくことになりました。
I'm flabbergasted, completely and utterly flabbergasted. This is a girl crazy.
から、その、
Her cheeks then dye a scarlet shade.
夜は優しくお願いします。
What? I wanted to scream what the fuck at the top of my lungs. Oh, how I did. But I managed to keep that raging desire in check. That being because I can sense a certain ominous presence behind her, a presence I am all too familiar with. Call it a hunch, if you will. A simple hunch with no logistical base, with no logical basing whatsoever. But one that will most certainly prove to be true. Can I, ask you something?
はい、何でしょうか、旦那様。
I was just wondering if you could comprehend the meaning of what you just said.
はい、
Her eyes blinked in confusion.
何がですか？
The knowledge of, well, that line in particular, who instructed you to say it.
この服を貸してくれたのと同じ方です。夏目さんです。
He just walks past her, grabs Kana by the top of her head, just like damn near picks up. Remember when I said no food for a week? No food for a month. Alright.
今みたいに言えば、ユーマさんはイチコロだよって。
Okay. So is she inside right now? Leave it to her to post some stupidly pointless practical joke. Won't be satisfied until I've given her a good piece of my mind.
いいえ、いらっしゃいませ。朝早くに出て行かれました。
Where to, do you know?
急いで出て行かれたようなので、行き先はわかりません。
Alright. Fleeing the scene of the crime, huh? Well, how do I say this, Minamikana?
はい、何でしょう。
Right. I can tell you're a very sweet, well-mannered girl. And that's great. However, if you want my honest opinion, I think you ought to be less blindly trusting of people.
素直？
Yeah, but you can't just take everything everyone says at face value without... I think if you look in one side of her head into her ear, we'd be able to see out the other side. She has a dopey grin on her face. What?
褒められてしまいました。素直だって。
Oh, I wish I could have the kind of optimism she does. Can hardly lecture her now. Right, and I need to give the very sweet Minamikana a piece of advice, but before that...
はい。
Do we ever just call you Kana?
はい、もち
She smiles in
ろん。偽名
delight.
ですけど。
Right, I won't. Moving on. So, as for my advice,
はい。
do yourself a favor and tune out everything that comes out of Suzu's mouth.
相手にしない？
When that woman finds herself feeling bored, she has a tendency to dabble in mischief. And nothing is worse than an experienced prankster.
はあ。
Basically, that's something you'll need to constantly be aware of if you're going to be living in the storm. Understand?
はい、心得ました。OK です。
Good. Her obedient nature makes it so easy. I won't have to worry about wasting what precious little energy I have throughout the day. Alright, I'm off to school then. Swing around and get ready to walk off. Have fun with the sweeping. Oh, and when Suzu arrives back, you could tell her I'll be around evening. I'll be here around evening.
お弁当は
I'll swing back around. Do I have to? Alright, I'll take it! Take the boxed lunch from her hands. So please, don't cry!
泣きそうなんかじゃありません
Maybe not, but I don't know. Sniffling between your words sure is not in your case.
私泣いてなんか言いません絶対に
Alright then! For some reason, the girl, Minamikana, that is, could be surprisingly stubborn, very specifically when it came to being accused of crying. I can now see why the chapter is called what it is. All the morning still and stupid classes are now over with, meaning it's lunchtime. I recall that I have a lunchbox from Kana currently resting in my book bag.
ちゃんと食べられるものだったらいいな
I ignore her teasing.
ユーマ
Childhood friend turns around and shoots me a glance, right as I was in the middle of taking out Kana's lunchbox from a book bag.
今日はお弁当ちゃんと持ってきた
Actually, you'll never believe it, but...
なんてことをユーマに聞くのはちょっと不粋よね
What? Why's that?
ユーマがお弁当を忘れなかった日なんてこれまでほとんどなかったもんね
Yeah, and actually...
大丈夫分かってる分かってるから
Girl, I'm trying to tell you something!
今日も忘れたんでしょ
The thing is, I actually didn't for once in my life, but I've missed the window I had to admit that to her. What now?
だけど感謝してね
Huh?
約束したからだから今日もユーマの分のお弁当作ってきたから
Well, that was quite a predicament. What am I supposed to say to her?
素直に言えばいいじゃないか持ってきま
I
した
could, yes, I could, but...
何
Huh? Why do you ask?
不満そうな顔
Well, that's absurd. What reason could I possibly have to be unhappy right now?
そうそれならはいどうぞ
Making no mention of my awkward stumbling, Mio plays the two boxes atop my desk. Huh? How come there's two? What's the meaning of this? Couldn't be what I think it is, could it? I'm gonna ask this just in case, but
何
this is an indication that you want to scoot your desk up against mine so we can eat like BFFs. Just as I was in the process of confirming with her. Some shrill microphone feedback sound echoes from somewhere. Huh? Judging by the direction of the noise is coming from, it should be around where the school gate is. What's going on out there? Same sound repeats. Then a thunderous voice, loud enough to be heard throughout the entire school, booms out. Oh lord.
旦那様旦那様はいずこですか
Why don't you have a fucking megaphone? Blasted my face against the window. And what I spot near the school gate is a single girl standing there, feet rooted in place.
南かなだったかな
Fake name, but yeah. Wait, this isn't time for that. What the hell is she doing?
足を忘れてお出かけのユーマさんはどちらでしょうか
My self-proclaimed wife used the megaphone, I'm assuming, in her hand to blast my name for the whole school to hear.
何あれ旦那様
Here comes the scrutinizing glare!
あなたの可愛い嫁がわざわざお弁当を届けにやってまいりましたよ
Sometimes you just search for something you can throw, but just don't find anything, do you? Truly a disappointment. But desperately to finally get a fucking...
嫁 嫁ね
Her eyes further narrow.
バカなの
Sorry, Mio, but I just remembered something really urgent I need to take care of.
そうでしょうね
Listen, he has an excuse. Yo, so you remember the girl that fell from the sky I mentioned yesterday? That's her. So, yeah. I want an apology for you telling me that I should get brain surgery. So, I'll need to...
行ってくれば
Yes, hop up from a seat. Have the exit classroom, I fly down the hallway. You little what the hell do you think you're doing? He just fucking body check picks her up and just runs off the fucking school grounds. Ah! Giant nails being stabbed in my eardrums. Turn that thing off now! Where did you even get that thing? Was it Suzu?
ユーマさんにお箸を届けに行くと言ったらちょうど帰ってらした夏目さんがこれを持たせてくれました
Suzu, I am going to kill you! Is this already of a joke?
これを使って今みたいにして呼べばユーマさんは飛んでくるよって夏目さんが教えてくれて
I squat down right where I stand. What do I need to do to quell this burning rage inside me?
夏目さんはこれを使えばわざわざユーマさんの教室をこちらから探す手間も省けるからって
Well, yeah, anybody would come flying out here after what you just did. That sells it. I'm convinced without a shadow of a doubt.
ユーマさん
This girl's quite evidently lacking in a certain department.
大丈夫ですか
I have to stifle my seething rage to avoid shouting, I don't know, what do you think at her? I believe I already asked you this morning, but instead is Suzu at the dormitory right now?
夏目さんですか
Yes, I am. The need has arisen for she and I to have a little, what you might call a fist-to-fist talk. Is she there now, or not?
いいえ多分いないと思います
Is that how come?
はい私にこの拡声器を貸してくれてからすぐにお昼ご飯を調達してくると商店街へ向かわれましたから
Ah, okay. Suppose I'll have to devise a plan for how to enact my revenge now.
ユーマさん
What is it?
私何か間違えましたか
Your mistakes started when you listened to Suzu. Is that a serious question? I can only sigh. Wrong doesn't even begin to describe the kind of... At that point I stopped myself. Whatever. I'm done. Scratch my head. Can't even bring myself to give a damn anymore. Can I say something, Kana? After a deep breath, I ask her that. Trust to you is not something that is earned, it's something that comes naturally. You assume everyone means good with what they say. You're kind-hearted, and that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. You could even say it's a virtue. But do you still remember the advice I gave you this morning?
ケソ
Right, I told you not to listen to anything that Suzu tells you. That Kana is an ironclad rule.
はいでもこうしたらユーマさんが喜ぶからってそう言われたのでつい
I have a very, very strong urge to ask her if she even has a modicum of common sense in her, but I keep those desires in check. I don't mean to brag or anything, but self-restraint is hard. Very hard. I'm mostly quite proud of myself.
ごめんなさいご迷惑をかけてしまったみたいって
She seems crestfallen. No, she had no bad intentions. She's just gravely lacking in the common sense department. Can't even say she simply doesn't have much. There isn't any there. Period. isn't that she chooses not to be prudent. She has no idea what being prudent even means. Anyway, that's my conclusion for the time being. It's a bit of an exaggerated way to put it, but I mean... You're a girl I literally found falling from the sky. Shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that she's a bit loony. Right, there's nothing strange about it. There's no point in getting upset with her about it. It's not her fault that she's this way. Well, if there's a lesson behind all I just said, it's that you should take my word over Suzu's always, no exceptions. Yep, you should at least have more common sense than... I should at least have more common sense than she does. But not by much, but if I'm being honest, but you get the point. She nods in approval. Does she really understand what I'm trying to say? I don't believe so. Oh, whatever. Thanks for chopsticks, by the way. You came here to bring them to me, didn't you? Be careful on your way back. I assume you know the way since you managed to get here, but still, it never hurts to... That's when I happened to notice the scrapes on her kneecaps. How'd you bang your knees up? Just look at them. They're full of bruises and scratches. How'd that happen? Well, worrying that you might have had some difficulties getting here. She fidgets around, embarrassed. You tripped. I'm sorry, you fell how many times again? Can't believe my ears, I simply can't. Huh? What for? Okay, for what? No, you most definitely are an idiot. My mouth was in the motions of saying to her, you aren't. But luckily I managed to catch myself before it slips out. Okay, that makes sense. She sticks out her chest with pride. Great. My eyes are focused on the chopsticks case I have in my hand. Right. It's just the glasses. Thanks, Kana. You had to endure so much pain just to deliver these chopsticks to me. I didn't see myself, but that's what seems to have happened. That being why I felt the need to thank her. Even if you have misgivings with a person, you must still show gratitude where gratitude is due. Give me your hand. It'll only take a second. I'll take her hand myself. A disinfectant smell pervades through the air. Does it hurt anymore? Probably should have told you this earlier, but please don't tell anyone that I can do this. Yeah, not even Susan knows, so it'll be our secret. Can you do that? Good. Give a lazy nod, then look off in the distance. Ready to head back? Lead her by the hand and walk us in the direction of the school gate. We'll send her back on her own. Who knows how many more scrapes she'd end up with. Oh, by the way, have you already eaten lunch? Okay, let's stop by the shopping district first and get you something to eat. I don't take school too seriously. Uh-huh. We don't talk about that. Yep, I brought it out here with me, no worries. And thus, we leave the school. Mio is seething. Malding, perhaps even. Once back at the door, I waste no time getting to lunch. Alright, let's see what we have in here. Pull the lid off Kana's lunch for me. Oh, nice, looks pretty good. Alright, I was so prepared to be greeted by our cooking catastrophe, which is exactly what makes this such a pleasant surprise. Can't wait to try this. Kind of squirming nervously off to the side. Her lunch, by the way, is a pre-packaged meal we bought for her at a deli in the shopping district. Okay, let's dig in. Press my hands together and then sample a bite. I was prepared for nice, delicious food. That's the impression I got from it visually. But how naive I was. In the twinkling of an eye, sweat is pouring down my face. The chopsticks still remain stuck in my mouth. Good God, what the hell did I just put in my mouth? Her food can only be described as having a preposterously grotesque taste. What did you put in this?
どうですか？美味しいですか？ユーマさん？ちょっとユーマさん、どうしたんですか？
Ah! Life comes back to me once she jostles me. I swear my soul was this close to being drained from my body.
魂？
She stares at me curiously. Kana, did you taste this stuff before you gave it to me?
味見？どうしてですか？
Is that a serious question? Most people taste test their stuff when cooking.
普通って何ですか？
That's a bit of a difficult question to answer. Find myself struggling to answer this unexpectedly pedantic response.
女の子が好きな人のことを思って作る料理は無条件で美味しくなるものですよね。
I think I finally get it. There's a whole lot of things I want to say, but yeah. I think I finally have a solid grasp on what normal is to you.
違うんですか？もしかして美味しくありませんか？
It's not really what I would call. Now some pressure still just about to seep out of my mouth, but before I can finish. Tears form in her eyes. Yes! It's so great! Super duper delicious! Ah shit, why am I lying to her? After closing my eyes and preparing for the worst, I take a piece of food so deadly it nearly ripped my soul from my body and plop it into my mouth. My mind feels like it's being viciously violated. Put it into perspective, this torture was so gruesome that it made me want to forsake my own manhood. I force my throat to swallow, bite after bite, and finally it's all gone. Stars, I'm seeing stars. Never before have I managed a single meal could bring a person this much pain.
ユーマさん。
What? Forcing my scrunched face into a smile, I reply.
おかわりありますよ。幼なじみのお弁当を一緒に食べなかった罰が当たったんだな、きっと。
Yep. Oh wow, I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Mio. At that point, a random thought pops in my mind. We live in a wonderfully fair world. It's now evening. I'm preparing tonight's dinner, and also when I'm at it, taking the time to teach Kana how to cook.
なるほど、なるほど。勉強になります。
He's diligently jotting down notes of the techniques I'm explaining to her.
すごいですね、ユーマさん。お料理がお上手なんですね。
Not really cook about as decently as the average person. Definitely not good enough to be called a chef or anything.
そんなことないですよ。私だったら心当たりで3回はお皿を割っちゃってそうです。
I'm not sure breaking place is related to a person's cooking ability. Curry's on tonight's menu. I'm really hoping I can help Kana improve enough to the point where she can make simple dishes like this. She's gonna be living here from now on. She'll need to. Alright, now all we gotta do is simmer and wait. Reduce the heat level of the stove plate to low. Now that it's more or less ready, I guess I'll go call everyone.
それなら私もご一緒してもいいですか？
Feel free. Whoops. Small fist pump coupled with a smile of joy. You do know all I'm doing is going door to door and telling people to come to the dining room.
それでもいいんです。
Well, if you say so. So whose room should I go to first? I'm trying to remember. Gonna think of it.
何がそういえば何ですか？
I just recalled the manager mentioning to me about a week or so ago that a new resident moved in.
へえ、 新人さんですか。
Yep, but remember, to them, you're the new person.
はい、心得ています。それならしっかりと挨拶をしなければいけませんよね。
Mm-hmm. Respect is very important, doubly so when it comes to someone you'll be living with. Back to the initial question. Who should I visit first? Sealed door. Well, ain't that fucking ominous. Kinda wanna see what the fucking sealed door is about. Approach the sealed door. Okay, so this room is the room that poses the most problems. We're now at room 103. Stand before the door holding a tray with a plate of curry I made for dinner. Today, placed atop it.
問題点一番の？ここには誰が住んでらっしゃるんですか？
No clue.
さて。
I know nothing. I know nothing about him. Never met him either.
知らない？
Yeah, I personally call this place the sealed door. I've been hanging around this dorm for quite some time now, and I've never set foot in that room, nor ever seen the person living inside.
開かずの間ですか？
Yep, but the manager instructed me to put a plate of dinner in front of their door every night. Set plate full of curry down on the ground inches from the door. I don't know why he asks me to do it either.
お食事を運ぶくらいですから、この部屋には誰かが住んでらっしゃるのですよね。
Probably, I answered with a nod. I guess they're just exceedingly shy, or they have some other personality quirk that makes them avoid people.
そうなんですか。
Well, I'm basically just throwing out guesses here. I've asked the manager before, but he just gives me vague, non-committal answers, so I have no clue.
なるほど、なるほど。
She nods attentively, but I can see a faint grin on her face. You seem excited.
そうでしょうか。
You do to me, at least.
要するにこの部屋は謎だらけの部屋ってことなんですよね。
That's good, yeah.
こういうのってすごく楽しいって思います。
Oh, really?
はい。
Her eyes resemble those of a small child at a fun house.
謎は多ければ多いほど楽しいって思いませんか？
I'm sure you of all people would know about that, huh?
何がですか？
Let's see, I don't know your real name, where you came from, who you are. You're about as mysterious as it gets. I'm guessing you're doing that to me on purpose because it's fun.
でも嘘は何もついていませんよ。
Not sure there's much of a difference between lying and hiding the truth.
それってどういうことですか？
Shake my head, can't be bothered to explain this to her. But yeah, the door here is almost always locked.
そうなんですか。
Maybe someone hid something in there they don't want anyone to know of, or maybe even it's just teeming full of those mysteries you think are so fun. But whichever it is, I'm not gonna pry too deeply. A millisecond after he took our backs off the door, we hear a quick creak. Slam. Prompt to turn around, the plate of curry has vanished. We both stare at each other wide-eyed.
謎は謎でもなんだか不気味ですね。
You'll get used to it. Okay, whose room should we go to next? It's getting pretty late. Better hurry up and get to the remaining rooms. New resident!
新人さん、お留守でしたね。
Oh yeah, I guess not. I now stand before the door to room 201. They moved in about a month ago, but I haven't gotten a chance to meet them or learn their name yet. I was hoping to do that now that when we came to inform them of dinner. However, several knocks and the resident in question never answered or opened the door. We checked and the door wasn't locked, though. Seems a bit careless to me. Know that none of the residents living in this dorm are heartless enough to steal, but still.
先輩さんにご挨拶できるかと思って楽しみだったんですが、ちょっと残念です。
The lease contract states that all residents are provided a free dinner every day. I haven't the slightest idea how I, the person who doesn't even live here, became stuck with the task of fixing everyone's dinner, but, oh well. She's pretty much always out. If paid room 201 numerous visits before during my rounds to inform everyone that dinner's ready. Maybe they're just busy all the time or something. I've yet to see him once.
管理人さんがおっしゃるには、いつも夜遅くに帰ってらっしゃるみたいです。
Oh, really?
はい。どんな方なのか気になります。
Me too. I'm sure it'll come in due time. That is, if she isn't purposefully avoiding us. On to the next room, you ready?
はい。
Alright, who next? Natsume Suzu. You in there, Suzu? Room 202 is where we currently are. And with the door, 2 solid knocks, but no reply. Kana?
はい。
She's back already, isn't she?
はい。先ほど廊下で会いました。ユーマさんがお昼を食べているときに。
Okay. So when I was standing before the pearly gates. Are you in there? Dinner's ready, so come on out of here. Along with my second knocking, I state my business, but expect that there is no reply. Well, the door's open. She might be reading right now. The sheer level of concentration she exhibits when reading is staggering. It's very plausible that my knock simply didn't reach her ears. I guess I'm coming in. Let's see if we can find her. Dinner's ready, Suzu. I wade my way inside the room full of books strewn everywhere. Oh, there you are. I had a feeling you were reading. She's face deep in what seems to be some sort of technical book. Well, just hope you aren't reading something too crazy. I don't want to see you make a mess like last time. My attempts at a light jab doesn't net any sort of reaction out of her. Is the book interesting?
そこそこ。
A listless reply. Perhaps this is the opportunity I was looking for to exact my revenge. Nah. As the saying goes, good things come to those who wait. And wait I shall. Try to waste all the career that I made.
何が嫌?
Suddenly she lifts her head from the pages. She's been brought back from bookland, it seems. Just talking to myself. I shake my head.
そうそう、ゆうくん。
What?
今日はとっても面白かったでしょ。
Place a smile if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry, what?
いろいろとさ。
Two immediate responses my head produced. I'm going to kill you. Tons of fun. My ass. No, Yuma. Be calm. Can't let my emotions run loose. Yeah, sure was. Best day I've had in a long time.
でしょ。私ってお茶目さんだよね。なんですかこの部屋は。すごいです。本がいっぱいです。
Kana's busy eyeing the room in pure awe and admiration.
こんなにたくさんの本、一体どこから買ってくるんですか？主にネット通販だね。外出とかめんどくさいし。
I'm sure he'd be a great mentor to all of the kids out there aiming to be unproductive members of society when they grow up.
なんだよそれ。微妙に言語が崩壊してない？
Did you? Wasn't my intention to sound that
能
way.
力は最小限に抑えなくちゃ。
Uh-huh. She then takes out a laptop and powers it on.
ああ、通販サイトって本当に素敵だよね。これを考えた人は紛れもなく神だよね。
She flips through various pages, clicking the purchase button over and over. The online shopping addiction is one of his room keeps getting piled and piled with more books. One day I swear this floor is gonna cave in. All I'll say is I told you so. All I can do is sigh as I watch the total cost number on her screen climb steeper and steeper. Guess the mountains will be growing taller the next time I come in here. I don't think I've asked you this, but why didn't you just move to the vacant room on the first floor? You'd have more space.
それもそうなんだけど、でも
Too much work.
そういうこと。
She grins cheekily.
それはそうと、かなちゃん。服の調子はどう？気に入った？はい、 素敵な服をありがとうございます。とても気に入りました。コスプレ衣装ならゆうくんの変装用に買ったのがまだまだいっぱいあるから、イメチェンしたくなったらいつでも言ってね。ああ、はい、わかりました。うん、きっとどれもサイズもぴったりだって思うから。
What were you planning to do to me with those outfits? Cross-dress me? Crossplay? Nah, thank you.
で、何か用なの？二人とも。
Oh yeah, dinner's ready?
おお、ご飯。
Her eyes light up like a giddy little kid's.
今夜のおかずは何かな？
For humming some made-up jingle. Today's curry.
いいね、美味しいよね、カレー。それならゆうくん、分かってると思うけど、私のカレーは。
Yeah, I know, I got you covered.
何がですか？うん、大したことじゃないんだよ。いつもカレーの時は
That's all we need. Purposely cut off Suzu before she has a chance to finish. Come to the dining room whenever you're ready.
了解。
And responding, she dives back into her
こ
book.
の本読み終わったら行くね。
Two of us then leave her book-infested room. No, just the manager. Watch my step as I descend down the stairs leading to the basement.
そうですね。でもどこへ行くんですか？どうして地下へ？
He wasn't in the manager's office, so I'm assuming he's doing something over there.
あちら側？
Right, you've talked to him before, haven't you?
はい、お話しさせていただきました。最初の夜にちょこっとだけですけど。
I see.
でも本当にちょっとだけです。まだあんまりちゃんとしたお話はできていないんですけど。
Stairs creak with each step we make in the sea of darkness. Kind of proceed slowly and with caution, keeping a firm grip on my
だ
sleeve.
けど管理人さん、とても優しい人で安心しました。話しやすくてほっとしました。
That's good. Finally, we set foot on the basement floor.
あれ？ここは物置ですか？
Walk up and open the door to the old wall clock.
ユーマさん、管理人さんに会いに行くんじゃないんですか？
Now we are. We're going where he currently is, but I just need to do a few things down here in order to take us
準
there.
備ですか？
Yep. Before we do that, however, I need to tell you something.
はい。
What I'm about to tell you is going to sound absolutely absurd, but I promise you it's the truth. Turn around to face it. It might not make any sense to you. Heck, you might not even want to believe it. That's fine. All I want you to do is listen.
はい。
The basement of this dormitory serves as a portal to a number of parallel worlds.
異世界？
Right. Giving you some long-winded explanation on all the specific details would be incredibly tedious, so I'll just let you see it with your own eyes. That's essentially the fastest way for me to teach you. I think with the hands of the wall clock. But one he always goes to is 2 o'clock 45 minutes, right?
そうだな。それが正解。
Alright, here we go. Try not to get lost over there, okay? Grab her hand and swing open the door to the storeroom.
これは。
Connor's immediately entranced by the sight awaiting her.
すごい。ですね。
His wide-eyed mouth agape and her eyes dart around impatiently as she takes in all the marvelous scenery of this otherworldly town. But honestly, that's all you have to say.
何がですか？
He stares at me with a puzzled look. I don't know. It actually just struck me as a tad odd. Her expression on her face wasn't quite what I pictured. Thought for sure she'd be more awestruck or overwhelmed. To be frank, it's a bit of a letdown. I guess you could say I wanted to surprise Connor. I want to hear her shout out wow in a wonderment and glee. Somewhat like how magicians want to elicit huge reactions out of their audiences when they perform a new trick for the first time. Basically, the point being, I wanted to catch her off guard. Of course, however, I have to remember that people react to things in vastly different ways. I guys can't really complain about Suzu wanting to play pranks on me when I'm like this too. Even though I earlier told her I'd let the sights do the explanation. I decided to give a brief overview of everything I think she should know. This place is called the Merchant Town. It's a town inhabited by non-human beings.
商人の町
Right, all those things you see being sold by street vendors are rare, mysterious items. Things humans are incapable of making. Things you won't find in the human world, and so on and so forth. They sell special items like that. Cheap too.
特別なも
Sweet bean jelly that can fill you up in a single bite. Swords that cut bonds between people. I could go on forever. But yeah, that's essentially what you can expect to find here. Items that, from our perspective as humans, possess mysterious powers and are rare enough to be considered treasures.
のなるほど面白いですね地下室からここへ来られるんですか
For the most part, yeah. Basement allows us to travel to all sorts of foreign worlds that are distinctly different from our own, like this one. She quietly takes in the scenery around her. If we set the wall clock to 2 o'clock and 45 minutes, we can connect it to the merchant town in this world. I think you can think of the clock as something like the key that opens the door to this world. Not only to this world, but to an infinite number of others through the different combinations of the minute, hour, and second hands. Haven't even tried all the various combinations. That's all natural. Number of possibilities is too high to count. But if I believe that there is a combination among the seemingly infinite number of them that will lead me to the location I keep seeing in my dreams. It has to be out there, somewhere. The place is waiting for me. The place where feathers fall and a voice pleads for me to save them.
ユーマさん
Oh, sorry. Just thinking about something that's been weighing on my mind a bit recently. But anyways, I said before we get sidetracked. I've been told that this world has so many unique characteristics to it, so many unique locations, so many that we can't even begin to imagine.
なるほどそうなんですかどうかしましたか
Not just a little baffled, I guess you'd say.
あれあれとは何ですか
You don't seem too surprised by all of this. Figured you'd act more shocked seeing a place like this. Kind of like, wow, this can't be real reaction, you know? But desire to see that sort of reaction from her is needless to say to feed my own self-satisfaction. But I can't tell what initial impulse spawned that desire from within me, or where it's disappeared off to. So basically, it's my grand plan to was turned on its head. I'm the one surprised, not you.
それは
Seems to be avoiding making eye contact with me, almost as if she feels guilty.
そんなことはありませんよ驚いてます私とてもとっても
My take is that she's from one of these worlds. Really?
はいすごく眩しくて綺麗な場所ですねここは
She allows her gaze to wander over her surroundings.
食べ物もいっぱいあっていい匂いがしてなんだか私お腹が空いてきました
She puts on a smile for me. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. Best not give it much thought. She was visibly uncomfortable when I brought it up, so I'd rather not badger her about it. Wanna grab something to eat? I know we've got dinner waiting back at the dorm, but a light snack shouldn't hurt.
はいありがとうございますそうしましょう
She brings her hands together near her chest with a bright smile. That smile is quick to fade. What's wrong?
いえそういえば私お金を持っていなくて
That's fine, it wasn't my idea, so I'll pay. Light snack won't bust my wallet much. Also, you wouldn't have been able to pay anyways because this world uses a different currency than ours. I mean, into my pocket to pull out my wallet to make sure I actually brought some with me when I hear a voice.
兄ちゃん
Shouting voice. When I turn in its direction, it hits me, literally. Ah! Something small just slammed into a very vital area located on my lower body. Ah! Are there even words in the dictionary that can accurately describe this level of trauma-inducing pain?
お兄ちゃん
But then, so I managed to look up and there I see a little girl with a fox ears and tail.
どうしたの大丈夫
She's apparently worried about me.
痛い痛
I can't get up with her. I get upset with her even if I possibly wanted to. Totteringly, I stand up. I'm okay. Okay.
ユーマさん、この子は。
Hearing Connor's voice, Ren flinches, her hand standing on end, and she quickly runs behind my back to hide.
わあ、耳が、頭の上に耳が生えてます。それに、ふさふさの尻尾まで。すごい、かわいい。
Yeah, she's the daughter of this town. This is Ren. She's the daughter of this town's diviner. And as you can see, she's not human like us. It's like the first I'm still fighting off the lingering pain from the ballistic assault on my groin area. I managed to reply.
そうですか。レンちゃんですか。私はカナちゃんです。南カナって言います。よろしくお願いしますね。
Not surprised or anything. She's not human. I'm once again astounded by her amazing adaptability.
それは、
She falters with a reply.
この街はそこら辺にそれらしい人たちで溢れてるじゃないで。もうそこに驚くのは十分済ませましたよ。それに
Again,
私慣れることには自信がありますから。
she's one of those people from another dimension. Oh, do you?
はい、そんなこんなでレンちゃんよろしくお願いしますね。
Kind of stretches out her hand for a handshake, but then and is still cowering behind my back.
私嫌われちゃってるのでしょうか。
Yeah, Ren's a little bad with strangers. Well, she's just shy in general. Ren is glaring suspiciously at Kana, almost like a watchdog. Where's your mom at, Ren? Is she not with you? Word mom sets off some kind of trigger and Ren frowns. And tears start pouring out of her small beady eyes. Ren.
お兄ちゃん。
What's wrong?
お母さんがね、帰ってこないの。
She grabs my pants and starts wiping off her runny nose on them. Your mom didn't come home today.
今日はね、お母さんね、朝から占いの仕事にね、行ってるんだけどね、本当は一人でお留守番しなさいって言われたんだけどね。
Yeah, but
夜になってもお母さん全然帰ってこないの。
her tears continue to fall and wet her cheeks. Right, so did you leave the house to go search for your mom?
それは大変です。お母さんと入れ違いになってるかもしれませんね。
Yeah, it's a possibility.
ユーマさん、レンちゃんのお母さんを探してあげませんか？
Let me think. There's normally some that I would even need to think about. Do want to go ahead and reply, yeah, let's up, but some's been itching at me. Alright, let's split into two groups and look for her.
縦に？
I want you to go with Ren and help her look.
私とレンちゃんでですか？
She grasps the back of my shirt tightly. Ren, you don't need to be afraid of her. I know this big girl here does look kind of out there, but I promise she's not a bird person. You'll be fine with her, okay?
あれって何ですか？あれって。
Sorry, Kana, but could you watch over Ren for me? There's a little something I need to take care of in the meantime.
用事ですか？
Yeah, I might also incidentally lead us to Ren's mom.
そうなんですか？
Answer her question with a nod.
わかりました。それは構いませんけど。でも私、この町には初めて来たのですが。
You shouldn't get lost. This town is relatively small, all things considered.
そうなんですか？
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be back, you two. I'm gonna go search for the manager. Finding him will make finding Ren's mom much, much easier. As the saying goes, killing two birds with one stone. Why will it, you ask? Well, that's because the manager is able to find just about anything you ask him to.
それなら、こうしてわざわざ二手に分かれたりするよりも、全員で管理人のところへ行った方が効率が良くないか？
See what you're saying, Shingo, but there's some I want to talk with Shigura about in private. The sooner the better. Take care of Ren for me, Kana.
はい、了解いたしました。それもレンちゃんさえ良ければですけれど。
Would you be willing to stay with her for me, Ren? Ren, still clinging to my bag, looks up at me with anxious eyes.
わかった。
But she ultimately nods and agrees to do as I said.
お兄ちゃんが言うなら、そうする。
Thanks, Ren. Gently rub her head, then she snuggles her tiny body up against me, eyes narrowed in delight. Alright, see you soon. Thereafter, I make my way towards the back alley in search of the manager. That should be it. I went around asking the various townspeople walking the streets if they knew where he was, and from what I gathered, he's at the gambling house currently. I'm not big on these sorts of places personally, but I gotta go in if I want to find him. Wade through the hall crowded with gamblers and proceed to the second floor. This place reeks of liquor. That coupled with the pungent smell of tobacco smoke.
あれユウマくん
Well, doesn't that fucking voice sound familiar? I'm gonna need to look this up real quick because I swear to fucking God I've heard this man before. There's Hikaru. See any names? That's just credits. We want actual voice characters. Any game names we know? He apparently voiced someone in one of the Tokimeki Memorial games. Tokimeki Memorial Girls side. That's interesting. He voices someone in Demon Bane, apparently. But now I want to know who the fuck he voices in Demon Bane. Master Therion. No idea who that is. I've only watched a few episodes of the anime. I have no idea who that one was specifically. He voices someone in Sayan Uta. Fuminori. I think it's the main... Yeah, it's the protagonist of Sayan Uta. Anyways, what else is there? Nothing I can see right now, at least. Someone in Little Busters, but I haven't played that one, so I can't judge it. Oh, Akatsuki no Goe. It's... Oh yeah, it's Takanori in Akatsuki no Goe. Fucking stuck-up dude. Other than that, anything else? There's IroSekai. It's Kyoguko from Machiko S. Dude that keeps reading out mantras. It's also apparently the Japanese voice for Akihiko. That was not entirely expected. He's the fucking fishing dude from Angel Beats that shows up during that one episode apparently. Okay, that's funny. That's hilarious. I like that. I like that. But I think I heard him from Kyogoku specifically. Considering all the fucking considering the fucking Majikoi echo chamber I put myself in occasionally. Descend of the suffocating stench-filled room, I spy the very person I've been looking for. A slender middle-aged man wearing a kimono with long unkempt hair. He's raising his arm while looking in my direction. His man is the manager of Arashiyama Hall, Kirishima Shigure. Hey Shigure, I came to get you since dinner's ready. Are you in the middle of something right now?
Yeah, 全然大丈夫だ。問題ないよ。
Look down and see a shogi board in front of him. A match appears to be underway between him and another
こ
guest.
こにはちょっと夕涼みのついでに遊びに寄っただけだからね。
He stands up with a groan. Then, once on his 2 feet, lets loose a tired yawn reminiscent of a cat.
夕飯か。そういえばお腹が減ったな。メニューは何だい？
Curry, no meat though.
なるほど。肉なしカレーか。うん。健康的でとてもいいじゃないか。さて、それじゃあ帰ろうか。
Huh? We don't have to go yet if you want to stay and finish.
何がだい？
Your shogi match, aren't you playing against someone over there?
いやいや、新しい寄付がこの町で出ていたのを見つけたんでね。それで詰将棋をやっていたんだ。だから大丈夫だよ。ちょうど暇していたところなんだ。
Oh, okay.
ところでユーマくん、今夜はカレーと言っていたけど。
Don't worry, I didn't use the store-bought sauce. I made the curry powder myself, then stewed all the ingredients in it.
うん。僕の好みをよくわかってくれてるね。さすがだよ。
This man better get paid for this. He sticks his hand out and ruffles my hair, but please don't do that. I brush away his hand and walk ahead, but it's weird. I pretend that I hate it when he treats me like a kid, but it actually feels somewhat pleasant. It always has. Actually. You know, I wouldn't actually be that surprised if it turns out that this man is his father or something. By the way, after Shigure pays the room fee at the gambling house, we leave and walk down this trans street side by side. What the fuck? Why is the music so threatening? I already thought so when we first talked to him, but I thought it's because we're probably gonna start talking about the girl. It wasn't that threatening yet, and now it's like big bad evil guy music. What the fuck? Shigure, can I ask you about Minamikana? I broached the subject. This is what I wanted to talk to him about in private. Whenever I come to Arashiyama to visit, there is never a guarantee that Shigure will be there. So if I let this chance slip by, it could be weeks before another one arises.
ああ、昨日来たあの子のことか。あの子がどうかしたのかな？
No, nothing. It's nothing particular, just... I've been wondering why you let her live in a dorm despite not being a student of school. Is there any reason in particular for that? Can't beat around the bush. It's best to just come right out and say it. I feel slightly wary of Kana. I don't 100% trust her yet. I know nothing of her, but she seems to know everything about me. It's odd, and I don't think it's strange for me to have that reaction. Moreover, Suzuki and I work as liberators. Many of the people who we deal with in our world are heinous, twisted people who won't hesitate to exploit others for personal gain. And that's exactly why alarm bells are ringing inside my head, telling me to be careful of her. There's no way I could mention these things with Kana present. Nor at the dorm itself. There's too great a possibility that someone will overhear us. That's why I waited for an opportunity like now, where we could be talking uninhibited.
君の考えてることは大体はわかるような気がするけれど、あまり大きな理由はないよ。
Really?
彼女は学園の生徒ではない。それなら君の師匠だって違うだろ？でも、縁あって昔からあの部屋に住んでいる。いや、寄生していると言った方が的確かな。
He smiles a bit as like choke for continuing.
ともかくあの子の話を聞いてみれば、行くところがないというからね。それじゃあここにいればいいと僕は答えた。ただそれだけのことだよ。
Yeah.
もしかして不安なのかな？
A bit.
仕事の関係上、君はそれくらいの警戒心があって叱るべきかもしれないけど、だけど君の師匠も何も問題なしと判断したんだ。だから大丈夫だと思うけどね。
Well, no offense to her, but she doesn't know what the word wary even means.
だから君が代わりに考えなくてはいけない。
I guess you could say that. But I wanted to reserve my judgment until I got your opinion on it.
そうか。大変な師匠を持ったもんだな、君も。
His shoulders heave as he chuckles.
彼女のことはあまり難しく考えなくてもいいんじゃないかって僕はそう思うけどな。悪い子じゃない。それだけで十分なんだよ。僕も夏目くんもね。で、どうなんだい？
Fine at the present moment, I guess. Whoops.
悪い子じゃないだろ？
Well, yeah.
ともかくあの子をかくまう。いや、しばらくは寮に住まわせるというのは決定事項だ。花があっていいじゃないか。うん。
I don't know.
そう思わないか？
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to make of her, honestly. I get the feeling that he's not telling me the full story. But if he says she's not, then I'll trust your judgment.
信じる？
Not a bad
そう
person.
だね。ありがとう。
No problem.
もっとユーマは自分の師匠の言うことも信じてあげればいいんじゃないかな。
I do trust her, truly and honestly. Her wild, unrestrained personality just gets me on edge sometimes. So I want an outsider's perspective before I could fully trust Suzu's judgment on herself.
しかしね、こんなことで驚くようじゃ少しばかり先が思いやられてしまうぞ。これから忙しくなるからね。
With what?
今ここで教えてしまってもいいのだけれど、それはそれで面白みに欠けるというものだ。
Fine. I got me some bad vibes about all of this. Force an awkward
これ
smile.
は本人を前にして口にした方がいいように思えるって、そういうことだよ。そうせくことはない。じきにわかるさ。
Okay. You walked the main street and nearly shoulder to shoulder with her for a short while without exchanging any words. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Have you seen Ren's mom by any chance? And the matter with Akana was what I wanted to talk with him about in private. We finished discussing that. Well, his answers were a bit vague for me to say I'm fully satisfied, but I've decided to trust his and Suzu's judgment regarding her for now. Which is why it's time to take care of the next matter.
お母さん？
Yes.
ああ、悪のことか。嫌に遠回しな言い方をするものだからわからなかったよ。そういえば今日はまだ見ていないな。
Well, I ran to Ren earlier and she was crying saying her mom wasn't coming home. I figured you might know something.
そうか。なるほど。あの子は泣き虫だからな。
I have kind of staying with her right now. According to Ren, she left this morning for work and hasn't returned since.
悪いけど知らないな。
It's okay, no
大
worries.
事はないと思うけどね。どれ、一応念のためということで、式を放ってみようか。
He reaches into his sleeve and pulls out a pipe.
街の中を探すというのであれば、ものの5分もかからずに探し出せると思うけどな。
Yeah, let's do that. Definitely wouldn't hurt to know where she is. Ren's pretty upset, so the sooner the better.
わかったよ。白を探そう。
He nods and immediately thereafter we hear a voice.
管理人さん
Belongs to a woman. We both turn around at the same time.
どうも管理人さん。うちの子がいなくなったのですが、見かけませんでしたか？
You know what? I suddenly feel like this is actually going to be the character where it's like, I guess it's bad to mention that. I feel Suzu would have also be in that category, but y'all still didn't tell me there's probably going to be two characters where I'm going to be sitting there like, ah yes, route when, and I'm not going to get one. You know what? Let's just get it over with. Let's just get my disappointment over with. Yep, not sexually involved. There's no goddamn age scene for her. Let's just immediately get that out of the way. The disappointment is tangible. Watch there be some story plot point later on that makes it so like I'd be sitting here like, nah. So I look like a fucking dumbass now.
No, Haku.
Damn, he's fucking changed ever since he became Mashiro. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Speak of the devil. The person standing there is none other than the Ren's mother Haku, the diviner of the merchant town. Now she's come to us, we no longer have a need to rely on Shigeru's seekling.
あの子、レンを探してるのかい？
はい、そうなんです。あの子ったらちゃんと留守番しているようにってあんなに言ったのに、それなのに仕事を終えて家に帰ってみたらどこにもいなくて。
My prediction was right. She really did leave right before her mom got back.
レンも君のことを探してるみたいだよ。
え、そうなんですか？
Yeah, she's with someone I know right now, so don't worry.
そうですか。ありがとうございます。ご迷惑をおかけしてしまったみたいで。
She bows deeply.
あ、ユーマさん？
Turn around to see Kana walking hand in hand with the little fox girl Ren. They were just about to go looking for you.
お母さん？レン！お母さん！
Ren runs over to her mother and clings to her waist tightly.
一人でお留守番怖かったよ。ごめんなさいね。寂しい思いをさせて。
Haku strokes Ren's small forehead, running her fingers through her thin
お
hair.
母さん、あなたにレンにもしものことがあったらって。ごめんなさい。
やれやれ。留守番ごときでこんな騒ぎを起こされちゃたまったものではないな。
Despite his griping, he still has a smile on his
自
face.
分の子が可愛いのはわかるけど、少し甘やかしすぎじゃないか？
そうでしょうか。すみません。
She casts her eyes to the ground, slightly
管理
ashamed.
人さんにユーマさん、それにそのお連れの方、大変ご迷惑をおかけしました。ことを大げさにしてしまったようで申し訳ありません。
No, don't worry about it. It was no trouble for us.
じゃあねレンちゃん、今度また遊びましょうね。うん、じゃあまたねお姉ちゃん。
She waves goodbye to Kana with her tiny hand. The girl's all smiles now. I'm sure she feels much better now that she found her mother.
ああ、そうだ。ハク、よければ君らもユウマくんのカレーを食べに来ないか？
カレーですか？
夕飯だよ。一緒に食べないかい？どうかな、ユウマくん。問題はないかな。
Nah, that's okay. I made more than enough. I have no idea if it'll suit their palate,
よ
though.
し、決まりだな。それでは行こうか。
本当に甘えてもよろしいのでしょうか？
ああ、遠慮することはない。時にはこういう日があってもいい。
はい、わかりました。それではお言葉に甘えさせていただこうかと思います。
The diviner Haku deeply bows her head in
よろしく
respect.
お願いいたします、ユウマさん。
The five of us then depart.
そういえば管理人さん、お聞きになりましたか？
As we walk down the streets, overhear a conversation between Haku and Shigure.
何を？
隣の隣のそのまた隣の町でたたりが出たようです。
She whispers to him with graveness in her voice. A fiend.
噂には聞いている。とてもひどいことになってしまったようだね。
はい、それもその町を荒らしたたたりのその後の行方は用として知れずということらしいです。
そうか。それは心配だな。
もしもたたりがこの町に流れ着きでもしたらと考えてしまうと。
Whatever the news must be quite dismal. They each wear grim looks on their faces. Eventually, we arrive at the outskirts of town where the dimensional gate connecting to the student dormitory stands. Sure hope nothing bad happens. Something tells me something bad's gonna happen. Alright. So, does everybody have their curry? Good. You have an entire fucking day to eat it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.